Mr. Lawless for me. Hey, y'all. Welcome to Tea Time Tuesday. And today in the news, whoo, child, listen, honey. Let me tell y'all, I done told y'all. First of all, y'all already know what's part of the tea gonna be. Because y'all already know we gonna dive into this deep. Let me get my intro song. Please excuse my hands, they apologize. Cause they keep telling lies. Child, listen. Okay, so, child, listen. Okay. Let me give a couple people time to get in. But first of all, let me say this. Tea Time Tuesday is for fun, but it's also for enlightening news. I also will bring you facts and opinions. And y'all know I am a strongly opinionated person. Now, I took down my videos the other day talking about copies and all that because the community is so sensitive, and I was just trying not to let them little comments get to me and make me go back to my old ways. But y'all know how I am about certain sculptors. I told y'all in my last video, child, I be losing friends over these sculptors now, child, because I believe, in all seriousness, I believe that we have to support the real sculptors. We have to support them. And the reason why I said it, because that's real art. Well, for those that collect for art, some people just want to collect dolls, and I get that. That's your thing. I don't get supporting thieves, but I get that you're not interested in the art part. And for me, I said it 1,000 times, and I'm sorry if it offends y'all. I'm not against it. I'm okay with people that do life casts, but I don't see it as a form of art. I see it as a skill. Just like, the porn part of all that, that's technical. There's no sculpting involved. And I tell y'all get so excited about these people coming on with dolls already sculpted. And then y'all, they chisel it and shake and bake and play with it. And y'all be so excited about it. And I keep telling y'all, a lot of these people, these babies, child, these babies be already sculpted underneath. Note. Yes, honey, yes. And I know, but see, when people believe what they want to believe, and people see what they want to see, some people can't see. And this is the advantage that a lot of scammers and crooks have on people. Just speaking in general, they have this advantage over the general collector, because when they're not looking from an artist eye or a sculptor eye, everybody call themselves artists, everybody call themselves sculptor, is not. And they can't see things that these sculptors see. When you sculpt like Bonnie Brown, Laura Tuzo Ross, Claire Taylor, Lorna, people like that, I'm sure they can see. When they see they work in up under people other work. They might tweak the nose, flare it up a little bit, close the mouth, open the mouth, pop the eyes open, close the eyes, but they can see the skeleton of their doll inside these dolls. So, child, listen, let me tell y'all, this was the funniest thing. Okay, so now for y'all that's new, thank you. So for y'all that's new that may not know what's going on, let me give y'all a quick disclosure. Anything said and used may not be used in something. Okay, no, let me stop. Let me stop playing. So I woke up this morning. I had a whole nother tea for y'all. But see, Bonnie know I was gonna do Tea Time Tuesday, so she made sure she put it up there. She put it up there on Tuesday for me because she was like, "Listen, child, don't miss this tea, honey. Listen." So I made me a whole album of receipts for this. It's called Tea Time. So I woke up and I saw Bonnie. Don't be mad at me, Bonnie, but I said, "Oh Lord, Bonnie and her feelings again. Somebody bothering her stuff again." I'm like, but I know she usually posts this periodically, like. This is like a quarterly thing where she be like, "I'm sick of y'all stealing my So it said, it's never okay. This is from Bonnie. This is what I seen. I'm going to give y'all the receipts, okay? Receipts. Okay, y'all can't see it. But it say, it is never okay. Never okay to use somebody else's work. No excuse is a good excuse to use the hard work of someone else and play it off as your own. If you use work of someone else, someone will notice. You will lose your integrity as an artist. So please, please put in the effort to scope your own work. It's just not okay to take the hard work of others. Child, now listen, I don't want to be messy, but y'all know the TV where you drop down in the comment section. So everybody was like, who you talking about? Everybody want to holler about China, but I keep telling y'all, child, China ain't got nothing on these artists that's floating around here in our local community. And to me, I hold them to a higher standard than I do people in China. Let me tell you why. Because you right here in the heart of the community. So it's like you stealing from your family or your best friend when I see that. Listen, baby, I'm so dumb. I'm trying to click on the comments. In my phone on the picture, child. And I'm like, why is it not coming up? So one said, well said, it's going on too long. Now see what I can't do. I'm gonna tell y'all, like I said, well, child, these people is not playing with these people. Whoo, child. Hang on, y'all. Hang on, because I don't want to be, y'all know I don't want to be Miss Green. I got some other tea. Lord, that tea just, oh, child. Ooh. I just don't understand, though. Child, somebody say they need to tell. I ain't gonna get into that because that's a whole nother. Because see, what happened is I don't want to mention this other artist that they threw under the bus and said that she's copying Bonnie Brown too, because she's a popular artist and people get real sensitive about that. So I'm not gonna go into that. Let's just focus on the facts part. Hey, Nina, this is a serious tea time. Don't start that foolishness with your little thieving self talking about you just only steal from China or whatever you said. So then, okay, so hold on. Wait. So, okay. So y'all got that part so far. So basically, Bonnie Brown was basically making a statement. And everybody was like, who? So then I'm friends with somebody else. And this pops up. Naomi Johnson. First of all, let me say this. People make up fictitious names when they come into this community. And when I say this, I mean like they make sure like this people will disappear and come back as somebody else. But hold on. Let me say. It is with deep shame and regret that I post this. I use Bonnie Brown Grayson's hands on my Ezra sculpt. Why? I don't know, because you can't sculpt. I can't really explain or excuse my behavior. I had intended to use Ezra's real life cast hands and feet created when he was 10 weeks of age. The feet worked, but his hands broke and crumbled beyond fixing. I panicked at losing his real hands and somehow thought I could get them back this way or something. Grayson's hands were posed so similar to Ezra, and this is where I went. Why didn't I sculpt new hands in similar position myself? I've asked myself this a million times. I'm not going to First of all, first of all, let's start here. When I read that, and she said, then I read in the comments where she said to someone, I am the one that went to Bonnie and told her that I used her Sculpt's hands. I thought, I'm saying to myself now, picture this, Sicily, 1922. How this conversation, this call went. Hello, Bonnie. Yeah, that's me. I stole your shit, man. Like, what Bonnie say? Girl, what? Okay, maybe she didn't say that. But I'm just like, how that conversation really went. Like, because I'm trying to play it in my head. Like, what you do, start getting the shakes at night. You're like, oh, I'm a thief. I'm a thief. I need to confess. And then you just call Bonnie and be like, Bonnie, I can't take it no more. I stole your hands. I was just like, nah, something else happened in between that. I just kept trying to think, like, okay, let me see. Okay. Call the phone. Ring, 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 ring. Bonnie, it's something I need to tell you. Yes? What do you want? What do you mean? I'm sorry, but I didn't mean to, but I just borrowed your hands or you, and then I borrowed your feet. And then well, I can't tell you where I got the body from, because the less you know the better. But don't worry, I just used the hands. Bonnie like, can you forgive? She like, can you forgive me? Bonnie like, hell no. You better get and tell everybody what you done, or I'm gonna tell them for you. You got 5 minutes to make this post. I mean, seriously, I was like, no, she couldn't have done that. So I'm like, okay. So I'm like, this don't make sense. This don't make sense. So I'm just looking. I'm looking. So all morning, child, I'm trying to do my job, and I just keep reading the tea. Slowly, it unfolds. She did not volunteer, nor was she ever going to tell anybody that she used Grayson's hand. Bonnie spotted her trap. That's one of my churn over that I done made. Bonnie, and I'm gonna tell you why. This is speculation. Allegedly, I feel like Bonnie probably had already been watching her, because when I scroll back through her post, I don't know, but Lord, she gonna block me. One thing I noticed is that I'm trying to figure out, is those chase hands on a previous sculpt? I don't know, but let me tell you how I know you lying and you done made this whole thing up. But we're gonna let her have her say. But this how I know, this how I feel like you just straight up lying. Because before Bonnie contacted the prototype artist and said, them hands though. Them hands though. That, before she did that, she had made a post and showing all the hands and everything. Let me show y'all. Let me see if y'all can see. See, she did the post. First person to comment is who? Naomi Johnson. This is what she said. Now, this before she knew Bonnie Brown was on her. Now, if you was a good, honest person, you would not have been the first one on her comment. This is what her comment said. Oh, I still have a blank casing somewhere in my stash. Now that I'm painting silicone and sculpting my own silicone also, I've not had time to paint any vinyls. You ain't had time to paint them, but you damn sure had time to copy them. Girl, what? Talking about Grayson in her stash. No, Grayson in that mold. I can't breathe. See, this is the kind of stuff I'm talking about. Child. Now listen. Listen, honey, baby. This is my tea time. Listen, 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 listen. This is my tea time. What we don't do, we're not gonna do that. Y'all, please don't be in my forums dropping your own tea. Do that on your own forum. Let's focus, okay? Because I will have to put you in timeout or put you out of the chat box for real. I love you, boo, but yeah, no, we're not gonna do that. So she already had sold 2 blanks, okay? She already sold 2 blanks for the kid. You talking about you ain't had time. So your intentions could not have been, you ain't even feel guilty. You was bold because you all up on this lady post, complimenting, talking about her scope. And she said she done re-sculpted the hands, child. Listen, she don't want to find her another kid. So listen, I say, if anything possible, I don't know, maybe Naomi, and a lot of people have forgiven her. Let me see if she'll answer the phone for us, so we can ask her herself. Wait, let me take off speaker. Hello, Naomi? Hello? This is Naomi? Okay. This is Miss Renee Smith, and please be aware that I am actually on a live, and we're discussing your situation with Bonnie Brown. And I feel like you should have the right to say how you feel about what's going on and why you chose to do what you did.
I messed up. I don't know what I was thinking. I don't know why I did it. All I can say is that in that moment, I had been planning to use, I made the sculpt, sorry, it's a portrait sculpt of my son, and I planned to use his life cast hands and feet.
So you sculpted the body yourself?
Yes, and the face and everything.
Mm-hmm.
The arms, the legs, the only thing was when I went to use the life casted hands and feet, the hands crumbled when I was trying to mold them, like take a copy of the plaster cut hands. And in that moment, I don't know what I was thinking. I was just devastated that I had ruined his hands, and they were clenched fists, very similar to Grayson's. It doesn't make it okay. I know that.
Can I ask you, how long have you been sculpting? Are you new at sculpting? Sorry? How long have you been sculpting, like overall?
Playing on and off, like since, well, I mean, I've only come back to the Dolly world about 18 months ago, maybe not even that long, after a 9-year break. And so I did a little bit of sculpting back in 2006.
Because usually most sculptors that I've spoken to, usually I've seen Bonnie, like when she sculpts, I've seen her sculpt the hand, like she was sculpting, and then she like accidentally crumbled the wrong hand, right, when she was sculpting it, and she just sculpted it back. So it didn't take her that long. So my thing is, it's like, why would you just not sculpt the other hands? And then my other question is,
and I said that myself.
I know you said in your post that you said that a million times. Why didn't you do that? But then at what point? I mean, like it in your post, originally it was like you went to Bonnie first, but technically Bonnie already knew about it, and so you were kind of forced to admit to it, right?
Well, she knew, but yes, I did go to her and I said that I was sorry. She did ask for the public apology, and I said I would honor that, and I did that. Human nature wants you to everything in you screams, run away, hide, deny, just curl up under your bed and shut down everything. Like, shut down your pages, don't even acknowledge any of it. And it was terrifying and hard to do, but I've done it.
So what do you think?
The thing is that it doesn't make it right. It
Right.
doesn't change it. It doesn't change it, but I can't change it.
So what do you think should happen with the community going forward? Like, we like, everybody's like screaming about like baby Klon, and I mean, even I saw in the comments that you were a big person that was big on people stealing and stuff. What do you think the community should do more moving forward? Like, are you expecting to still sell in the community? Like, I mean, how are you going to be able to gain back the trust of the community, where now everybody's going to go through your stuff with a fine-tooth comb and think that, like, have you did this more than one time and stuff
I'm
like
happy
that?
for them to do that. They have every right to do that.
So do you think you will ever get on camera and show that you can actually sculpt from a ball of clay, and you know how Bonnie do it? I think that would be...
No, absolutely. I mean, I've got pictures on my page where I have put up step by steps, but yeah.
But I think that would be something. Well, I'm gonna say this: a lot of people are not gonna, of course.
It still doesn't undo.
It doesn't undo it. It doesn't give. It's unacceptable. Period. Point blank. Like, that's just not something to do, right? But let's just say you want to continue to move forward in this community, and some people are gonna forgive you, some people are not. If you move forward, I think,
and that's up to them. I mean, all I can do is put my apology there and say, well, I can't force you to take it. It's your choice.
right.
There's really nothing more a person can do. I don't have a time machine. I can't undo what I've done.
For me personally, to be honest, like, I just think that because it's hard to believe, like, hard to, for it to settle, that a sculptor would actually, like, decide to copy something rather than sculpt. Now, I think
I agree, and that's why I say I don't know why I did it. I don't know. That's all I can say, is that I was in that moment of, oh my God, I just destroyed his hands. And I don't know, a part of me just wanted to believe that I could have his hands. I don't know.
So what I'm saying is, would you be like,
have you ever done something and then later regretted it?
Absolutely.
And at a loss to explain
now,
why or how?
I'll tell you this: I've never stole anything, because I'm just, I would tell on myself, like, of course, well, you did end up confessing up to it, but it's just not something I've done. But I've done wrong things. Nobody's perfect. I'm not saying that. And I don't want to seem cruel to nobody, regardless of whatever. My personal thoughts are, yes, it's wrong. But what I'm asking you this question, because for me, I really question if you're really sculpting your sculpt. So if you're really sculpting, I think, not now, it's just your choice or whatever you do, but whenever you do, I think at least one time you should definitely show yourself sculpting from a ball of clay, like live or whatever, and showing. You might not feel that you need to prove yourself that much to people, but it would be nice to see that, yes, she can sculpt. Okay, she did something wrong, which is wrong, and like you said, you can't take it back. But at least people going forward would see that you actually sculpt. Because right now, I don't, and then, like, people take pictures and step by step and videos where they go back, and no, I'm talking about like Over and Bonnie Brown and Claire Teller and a couple of them that actually sculpted from like a ball of clay and just did something, a hand, a foot, ear.
Yes, I can agree to do that.
Yeah, I think that might help. And I don't, by all means, like, I know.
I don't think it will necessarily help. I think, people are going to make their own decisions.
One way or another.
I have to wear that.
But for me, I don't know. I don't know, but I feel like then that with this type of situation, for me, that's what I would feel like. I would want to show that I can actually sculpt, because I don't know. But so did Bonnie Brown accept your apology, or is she just she just want you to put it out there? Okay.
She said thank you and stuff, so I kind of assume that means it's accepted, but.
So yeah, so being that you put it out there, hopefully Bonnie Brown can heal, because Bonnie's been going through a lot with people taking her sculpts a lot, and she's kind of like not put out nothing in a while because of this stuff. So it was really hurtful, but I just thought I would get you on the line and let you tell your part and what what are you expecting to do moving forward. And you said you replaced the hands, right?
Yeah.
So you had to resculpt the hands again, or did you life cast other baby hands?
No, I resculpted one hand, and I used the hand from my Frankie sculpt on it that I still had.
On the other one.
That was one I had sculpted as well. Yes.
So your portrait there won't be any out there, because I seen where you said you recalled the ones that had Bonnie Brown's hands on it.
Yep.
And so you won't have any of those sculpts out there, which is
correct.
Good for the collectors, because it's always hard when you have a sculpt and then everybody's talking about it, and then it just makes it hard for the collector. So you won't be putting any of those sculpts out there. And then you did compensate Bonnie.
They've already been, I've cut it off.
And you compensated
off the mold. And sorry, what?
And you compensated Bonnie for the mishap, right? Is that correct? I thought I read that somewhere.
No, someone said that I should.
Oh, okay.
And I said that yes, if I had that I've refunded and recalled the two that were put out. But yes, obviously, if I had financial gain, that should be compensated. But I refunded the individuals.
Okay. Oh, it's just so sad. But thank you for at least, taking the time and coming on. Regardless, it does take a lot of courage to actually even still confess to it. I'm definitely perplexed by the situation.
People are still going to hate me, and that's just the way it's going to be. But
yeah,
it would be far easier to have just denied it and climb down into a hole and just close my page and stuff.
And one last question for you, and I want you to kind of think about this before you answer this question. This is my last question. If Bonnie had never suspected the hands, or Lainey, the prototype artist, or anything like that had ever suspected anything about the hands, do you think you would have still at some point said, hey, I did this? Or do you think you would have just let it slide by?
It's really hard to know what a truthful answer would be there.
Mm-hmm.
Because everything changes in hindsight, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So, I mean, I really can't answer that with full honesty when I've already been caught, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So are you more sorry that you got caught, or more sorry that you did what you did?
Oh, I absolutely regret. It's the worst thing I've absolutely ever done. And
because I don't believe that you're the only one. I don't believe that you're the only. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to talk over you, but I don't believe that you're the only sculptor that have did this, sculpted over other people's work. But you're the first that I've seen to actually own up to it. I've never seen that in my time, but I've only been here around for about 10 years. But I don't think you're the only.
I can't really give an answer because I've actually always hated when people have done this. It's a little bit ironic, actually, because I have seen where people have taken, well, like vinyl sculpts and recast them into silicone or claimed it to be their own work when it's not. So
it just really, it puts people in a bad.
That's where I fail to give. That's where I'm just lost, and that's where I keep on saying I don't know why. I keep asking myself, but I don't have an answer.
It's it puts people in a very hard space, because me, as just being a human being, I know that people make mistakes, and I know that people do stuff, and you know, it's hard, and I'm standing here right here in my truth live and saying, I can't hate you. I can't hate you for what you did. I can't say that what you did was right. It was definitely wrong. But it's a hard thing. And it's
I just hope that some people can see that I understand how wrong it is, and I have always hated and spoken out against it, and that's why I'm so lost as to why I did it. And all I can say is, in that moment, I lost my mind and wasn't thinking clearly or acting clearly in the devastation of having destroyed those hands and not wanting to even kind of acknowledge that to myself, that they were gone. You know, I can sculpt, so why didn't I just resculpt new ones? And I guess because part of resculpting new ones was admitting that I no longer had my son's real hands from when he was 2 weeks old. That doesn't make it right. That doesn't excuse the behaviour. It's just the why and how it happened.
But I guess for a lot of people, what we're seeing is, and I know you couldn't answer this question, but it seems very like contrived. Like it feels like you were okay with still using the hands, still in the hands. I want to use stealing because it is a form of stealing. Still in the hands and moving forward, because just the day before you even commented on her. So it was like more than one lie, because you actually commented on her post and said you had the Grayson sculpt in your stash, but you knew in that moment that you recently touched that sculpt because you had to, you know, mold it. So it's like, and you're the first one to comment. So it's like, to me, that's like, if you knew you had did something, you would kind of be a little reluctant, but it was like, nobody knows what I did, so I'm just bold. Like, so in that moment, like from there, like I just couldn't, honestly, me personally, I mean, and I don't mean this in a hard way, I could never believe that you don't use other people's parts in other things, because it just seemed like you made that post. And even when you made that post, you said, I contacted Bonnie first. So it was like, you contacted Bonnie first, but you alluded to make people think that you had a guilty conscience and you contacted Bonnie first, but you really didn't. You got caught, and then you went ahead and said, hey, okay, yeah, y'all caught me. You got me.
Yeah, but instead of just letting it slide or hoping that Bonnie would be too reluctant to confront things, I guess is what I meant by saying that, you know, I didn't leave it and hope that, you know, I would get away with it because Bonnie wouldn't like confrontation.
But I think you knew that someone would say it.
I knew she doesn't like confrontation, and as such, I said to her, I'm sorry, I did it. Yeah, I know you know, but instead of just waiting or thinking I can still get away with this.
Yeah, I don't know. But anyway, I think I don't know. I feel like there was kind of like a little bit, when I think back to it, there was multiple, like it was like the post was kind of like, hey, I don't know. It's like I admitted to it, but really you got caught. Then it was kind of like, but it's like I think you knew somebody was gonna say it eventually, so you might as well be the one to say it, type thing. I don't know, but hopefully Bonnie is okay, and hopefully you don't do it again or decide or think that maybe you can or whatever. But anyway, thank you for your time. I'm gonna go ahead and disconnect. Okay?
All right. Yeah.
All right, guys. I'm trying to catch up on comments and all right. So here's the thing. I look in the comment sections of this particular story that's going on several different groups and posts and stuff, and I look at some of the people that's commenting. And some of the people that's commenting allegedly also have used Bonnie Brown sculpts as well to copy. I decided, even though, like I said, like somebody said, no publicity is bad publicity, but this is where the community goes south all the time. We tend to support the wrong people. We should be supporting the artist, the sculptor. Yeah, okay, so she owned up to it, but I just, as I think about it, it's just so hard for me when I look at the events that start to unfold. It's very hard for me to believe that you would have said something had you not been outed or caught. But people are going to forgive her and people are going to buy regardless, just like people support any these other copycat sculptors or stuff like that. People are going to do it regardless. I won't say that she'll sell more than ever before. She may have to reinvent herself, which most do. But I don't even know why I did what I did. Why did I just call her? Because now I'm like, I don't know. The person on the phone was Naomi, from the whole situation with the Bonnie Brown situation. I wish, and I know Bonnie, most artists, and she is very private, and I wish Bonnie would come on and say how this made her feel, how she feels going forward, but I doubt she will. And I won't even be bold enough to ask her, because I think that she's been hurt so much that I'm pretty sure she's, I just wanted you guys to hear and be able to see how people think when they do these things. Because some people think that if they say, I'm sorry, then that's okay. Now she's saying she knows that's not okay. But my thing is, and like I was saying, show us that you really can sculpt. She says she don't think that can help. But for some people, I'm just curious, you know? Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. Like Dee Dee said, in most cases, she will probably be forgiven. Um, and like I said, she's not the first. She's not the first one. It's the first time ever. And I'm just perplexed that this, I couldn't believe that the person actually came on and said, yeah, I did it. Like I was just like, oh my gosh, like she really said, oh, I did it. But also Bonnie Brown told her she had to do it. Basically, it's like either you're gonna do it or I'm gonna do it type thing. So it's dang, T just turned out to be totally different than what I expected. Right. I don't know that she will. Mm, oh my gosh. It's it's yeah, technically, yeah, she actually admitted to it. So yeah, technically, but they, I don't know if they're in the same place or not, because she did have an accent or not, but I don't know. Bunny Brown haven't came back and said anything different. Um, whew. I I'm telling y'all, y'all know I've never been lost for words, and I do have other things that I wanted to talk about, but I really, for one, didn't think that she would actually take the call. To, well, I guess she probably said, "Hey, this is my time to tell the world I'm sorry," type thing, and but I don't know, but um, absolutely, it happens all the time. But see, different people get passes in the community, and then different people won't. Now, had I did something like that, that would be it. I could pack my bags and say goodbye to my career, my life, my channel, everything in the world, because everybody in the world would definitely fight to get me out of here. She got more of a fighting chance of being forgiven, and I mean, and everything, because that's just the way the community works. And like Denise said, um, like Denise said, she will, in 2 weeks it'll be all forgotten, and people will be back liking her posts and saying, when is it the blanks coming out? And then there's people that will support. I mean, come on. I hate to say this and bring it up again, but look at how people came so hard at me for speaking about BabyCon. They were like, I do what I want. It's my business. It's this, that, and other. Nothing is facts. Da 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 da. Now this is facts. So let's see how the community reacts to it, because let's see now somebody says, okay, I did what I did. I don't know. I get, like, I'm a lot of things. I ain't gonna lie, cause yeah, I am gonna lie, cause I don't. Okay, I ain't gonna lie and say I never lied. Okay, cause we all done told a lie. Whether it was to your mom at 5, 6, last week when you was in an entanglement and your mama said where you was at and you was like, I was getting ready for church. You lied. Some of y'all done did stuff when you were younger, this and other. But to be a protester of stealing, and that's where most of it happens. A lot of the people that be like, oh, I don't believe in thieving, be the main one sitting there like, I'm gonna take these ears, give me this nose. Oh Lord, I don't know. Like, I personally could never buy anything from her. But I know it's gonna be people that will. And like I said, maybe she won't have to reinvent herself, because maybe people will just forgive her and she can just still continue to sell under her name. Let me show y'all what I done messed up my shoes today. Splashing bleach. Some was on my floor, so I went and ran and poured bleach, and the bleach was splashing. I hope I messed up. Yes, I did mess up my pants. I would take them off so y'all can see, but then that would be bad. Look at, I done messed up my, they got specks of gold. Oh God. These some nice slacks that I paid good money for. I done messed up the bottom of them. I'ma still wear them. Oh Lord. Okay. Exactly. You know, that's another thing. People moved on from that so quick. Oh boy. Hold on. Um mm, 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 mm. Who in other news? Y'all, it can't even be no more news after that. I'm about to end this. I'm done for the night. I can't even talk no more. I'm done. Y'all, let me know if y'all feel like, first of all, I know some of y'all probably like, I probably shouldn't have done that, whatever. But if I was gonna talk about it tea times, it's gonna get exposure anyway. But the point is that I just felt like, I just wish I wish, and I know she won't. And because she don't even like to talk that much. Um, but I wish. I won't edit anything. She just messaged me and said, please don't edit anything. I don't edit. I don't do any edits. Y'all know I don't do any edits to my live. It will definitely be up. Let me see why she is. All right, so it is it's Nima, Neem, you a mess. I thought it was Nima, it was Neem. But yeah, I mean, and like I said before, now we will know if we have any issues, then that's gonna be another story. But okay. Anyway, she she said that because how news people be editing out stuff to make it stuff seem bad or whatever. No, I'm not gonna edit one way or another. Like this is just what it is. But oh gosh, I just wish like, and I know Bonnie used to watch my channel, but I don't think that she watches anymore. She was active 19 minutes ago. So, and I'm not gonna call her. Just um I'm not gonna call her just out of the fact that I just feel like she's probably just so devastated. Like I know how these sculptors and artists feel when, or not feel, because I can't say I can know totally because I've never sculpted and somebody taking my work. But I can only imagine, you sculpting and putting in all your hard work and someone just snatching it away from you. And I know how sensitive artists are about their work. That part I know about because like there's parts like sometimes you paint a baby and you don't want to let it go because you kind of put parts of you in it, and then to do that and then somebody take and copy it and put their name on it's got to be hard. And she's already spoke about this 1,000 times, like how emotional she's been and stuff like that, and about people stealing her work. But to actually finally catch somebody, and I'm proud of Bonnie for actually saying, "Hey, that's my that's my stuff. Like, what are you doing?" Like, Bonnie, like, who is it? It's me. I came to collect my hands before you get these hands. Oh gosh. What did she say? What did you say? Right. Oh Lord, have mercy. Oh my God. I just, yeah, I'm so perplexed about, like, I know that I'm not perplexed about how I feel about the situation, but I'm just like, when I started reading it and when I seen her post, I was like, wait a minute. And then she has a familiar name to another sculptor. So I was like, first I thought it was the other sculptor. And then I was like, oh my gosh. I'm like, I can't believe somebody just actually admit to this. Like I was like freaking out. I'm sitting here like, oh my gosh. And then as I started reading the comments, it was just so much. Like it's just overwhelming. Like out of all the years, I've never mm, child. Anyways. No, she said she did not compensate. She did not compensate Bonnie. She did not, because in the forums I read that she compensated Bonnie. She did not compensate Bonnie. She said she would have had she made money, but she said she has refunded the people. And oh my God, I wonder how they feel. I wonder who the sellers is. I really wonder how they feel. Like they got their baby, they all excited, and now it's like, it's a recall on that baby. You're gonna have to send that back. You done named it. Oh, little Trudy, you got to go back. Little Trudy done start getting color probably. Then you gotta take the dog back. So what's she gonna do? Cut it up? She said she done already cut the hands off. She said see, and this is my thing. If you cut it off and you re-sculpt the hands, and it only took you it took you how long to sculpt the hands, why you just didn't do that in the first place? I don't know. Because somebody told me, that's what somebody told me the other day, that some people can sculpt a little bit, but they use other people's work as like an armature. So they'll take this bear, right? And they'll say, oh, I like the shape of his head. So they'll take the clay and start laying it on the head or whatever. And then they'll get it, in the form. Then they'll start, adding, tweaking a little detail, moving this way, moving that way. And then they'll make him look a little different, right? But they can't start from scratch. Like they can't just start from like a ball of clay like most people, or aluminum foil, and make their full armature themselves in the wires or whatever they do and start adding the clay. They have to they'll use somebody else's work and sculpt on top of it. So some people have some sculpting abilities, but they are not on the level where they can sculpt from scratch. And it's still not, that's not right. But what I'm saying is that's why, so many people think that they think it's okay because they think I'm just using it as an armature. No, you can't do that. You can't do that. Okay, so Dollar asked, where did she get the feet? She said that she life casted the feet from her real child. I think that's what she said. Y'all have to rewind, but I'm pretty sure she said she life casted. So when you life cast, you just like, I don't know how the process works necessarily, but it's kind of like, how y'all buy those little things where you buy the little kits that they sell for you to do your baby hand, and you hold it in there for 5 minutes and it just make a mold of it, and you pull it out and then you let that sit, and then you chisel all the way, and then you got a mold of a life cast of the actual baby hands and feet. So that's not sculpting, it's technical. So she life casted the hand. She said that she sculpted the body and the face herself, and then she life casted Bonnie Brown doll hand. she it's not funny. I'm sorry, Bonnie. I'm not laughing. I'm laughing at the thought of this. So when her life casted hands crumbled, she decided. See, here's where this is where the life casting stuff kind of gets me too. And I know y'all gonna argue with me about this, and I know there's gonna be a problem that's gonna get on people's nerves. But if you can sculpt, right? I'm just saying. I'm not saying that nobody is sculpting that life cast. I'm just saying, if you can sculpt, what's the point of sculpting the body? Well, I guess some people have struggled with certain parts of sculpting than others. So she life casted the feet, life casted the hands crumbled, and that's when she substituted the other part. But most people that really is passionate and enjoy sculpting don't life cast. Most people kind of love to actually sculpt. But people do life cast, and like I said, I don't have a problem with life casting, especially when someone say, okay, I life casted my son's hands and feet, I life casted, this, that, and the other. Then, I don't see nothing, like it's not illegal, or what's the word? It's not like a shameful thing that you life cast. But it is shameful when you life cast somebody else sculpt, or mold somebody else sculpt. But yeah, I don't know. Life casted. Nima talking about, if I say Life casted one more time. Life casted, life casted. Okay, I'm gonna go. That's it for Tea Time Tuesday, guys. I was gonna talk about Lillian. Got a new kit, that a little new clay baby, and she like, it's gonna probably go to vinyl. If it don't go to vinyl, she gonna sell the oak. And when she sell the oak, God knows where it's gonna end up and how it's gonna be. But that's that. And it was like I thought it was gonna go into silicone myself, but I guess maybe it's through somebody else. I don't know. But apparently, I don't even think it's a full body. So that's it for today. I can't take no more. I've been on here too long. I gotta go. See you guys later. I don't want this video to be extremely long. I'm going to leave it up. Sometimes YouTube take a while for it to come back up, but I'm going to end right here, guys. Thank you guys for joining. I hope that she did live. She said she did a live cast of her son's hands, but they crumbled when she got ready to mold them. So they got ruined. And so that's when she substituted them for Bonnie's hands. And since then, she's made new hands, but I don't know what they look like. And even then, she said she sculpted one new hand, and then she went back to an old sculpt and used the hand off of one of her old sculpts. I guess she didn't want to sculpt two hands. I wonder how long because Bonnie didn't make it seem like it took her too long to sculpt the hand. She squashed the hand and then she started sculpting a new hand right there in front of her. She sculpted a hand right in front of her. Anyway, that's their business. That's the tea for the day, child. That's all I got. I'm gonna go. Y'all have a good night, and I will see you guys later. Thank you forever, Reborn's World. Congrats on your new baby. Also, Stacy Caesar, Reborn Living Dolls, Art Inspired, Marcella White's Boo Boo Babies, Nima, Mirabelle Robles, Doll Dreamer, Leslie, Christmas, Linda Plummer, and none of y'all helpers ain't even super chat me no money because y'all see what I'm talking about. That's what y'all do, but y'all are going to support these fees out here. Just kidding. All right, y'all. I'm gonna go. Who else? Shelly, Carl Foster, Denise Green, Natural Lexi, 325, Tammy, Rambling Rose, Mary Elizabeth. And one last question before I go that Elizabeth had asked that I didn't see is what action have Bonnie taken at this time? And thank you, baby. Who was that? Gave me some money. Somebody gave me some money, child. Oh, look at that money coming in. There we go. Boom, 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 boom. Y'all better show out for the camera. Show out for the camera. Forever Reborn's World and Sharon J and Mary Roberts. So the actions that Bonnie Brown has taken from this point, as far as we can see and what we said, is that seen from the receipts that I've seen, is that Bonnie said, she's the one that told her, you gotta go publicly and do a public apology and basically admit that you stole my doll hands. That was the only thing that I've seen that she's done. What she does beyond that is yet to unfold. I don't know if this is the end of it. She said, Naomi said that Bonnie told her thank you in the end for putting the post up and admitting to it. Basically, some people said, so I don't know if that gave Bonnie closure or what. Lisa Saunders, thank you. I don't know if that gave her, if Bonnie, those are some of the questions that, we may or may not ever get answers to. If I ever get any answers, I will follow up. If Bonnie feels like for the first time she's been seeing people stealing her work for the longest. And for the first time, she finally called somebody out on it. And they actually said, you're right, I did it. That must have felt good. That not good that it happened, but good that she actually don't have to keep trying to make her seem like she whining or she making stuff up, because yeah. So that's the only thing that I've seen. Anyway, guys, if you're watching, don't forget that make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Make sure you share this video. Make sure that you leave a comment. Make sure that if you want to be a part of the chatterbox, it is $1.99. You have to be at least 18 years old. Usually it's for live streams once a month at least. And also I'm promoting that with a giveaway. And the video is up. It's the previous video up for reborn baby. So anyway, now that I got my commercial out, girl, we couldn't go without a commercial. Otherwise, guys, just subscribe to my channel, and Tea Time Tuesday next week. And I will not do it live every week, just so y'all know, because this is when I do them live, it's too long of a tea. But this one I had to discuss in full detail, and I didn't want to feel like setting up video. So yeah, probably every other week we might do live or something like that. Thank you, Reborn Living Dolls. And today's news been brought to you by it's your girl, and it's the Lola for me. wait. Tea Time Tuesday been brought live from Miss Serenity Smith. But it's not because of me. It's the Lola for me. Wait, it's the Lola. I love y'all. Okay. All right, y'all. I'm out of here. Wait, is there any more money? Going once, going twice, going. Okay. All right. All right. Later. Thank you, Lisa, for joining. I'm going to just put that up there and highlight that for you. So many questions. So many questions. I wasn't even talking to you, Neem. I was not even talking to you. I can't stand it. I don't think that Bonnie would answer, to be honest. So that's why I didn't. Bonnie is not going to answer. That's why. That is the only reason I did not put Bonnie up, because I didn't try to call Bonnie, because I don't think Bonnie would answer. And I know Otis is not.